Hey everyone, Colin here with Woodward Audio, and this is the first video in my custom Telecaster build series. It's always been a bit of a dream of mine to build my own guitar, and this is kind of the first step, I guess. It's built from parts, but it's mine and it's all my choices. You can see everything that we're going to use laid out right here in front of us. And the first few videos is just going to be on staining this body. I got it as a blank and we turned it into this really nice kind of turquoisey sort of dye colour. So yeah, let's have a look at that and we'll come back and revisit this a little later. Okay, so rather than the usual sort of spray can style finish that I saw everyone else doing, I thought I would go with this company, which is called Woodward. And they make a range of sort of like dye-based colours for guitar bodies, where you just have to build it up in multiple thin layers, and then there's like a wax lacquer built into the coats, so you actually build up a thick protective coating as you put it on. It does take quite a lot of time, but I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Here you see everything that we need. There's the deep base coat on the left, the base coat in the center, and then the top coat at the back side there, and the little kind of beige pot is wood filler. We're going to come on to that now. I got a little bit too excited about everything, and I have already applied the deep base coat here. I don't have any footage of that, so I just took the blank body, made sure it was sanded down, and made sure to kind of cover the deep base coat over the whole body, which is giving it the start of this colour. I really should have probably taken a bit more time to go in a little bit further with it, but I like the end result, even though you can see some of the grains sticking out through it. So let's have a look at mixing the filler and the base coat together and getting that on the body. Alright, so we switched to the GoPro here, so the quality is a little bit different, but we've got this pot of wood filler and we've got this base coat. The base coat has got some dye and lacquer built into it. After you've already done the first deep colour coat, we can then mix this grain filler, which is just basically, you know, a really fine filler, and this will mix together with our base coat, which we're then going to apply over the top, and that's literally it. I'm going to speed this up a little bit and then we're going to come back when we apply. Okay, so here we are with our mix of the grain filler and the base coat dye. I'm applying it along the grain. I'm trying to work in as much of the filler as I can into the grain because I want a flat finish to the body. It's a swamp ash body which has quite an open grain. There's not, honestly, the way that I got the body was really smooth and it was really well looked after, so there wasn't much to fill in, but still it's worth going that extra mile just to make sure you get that perfect flat finish. This looks quite subtle obviously over the top of the deep colour coat, but it's a translucent finish, and the more coats that go on it builds up. It's kind of like putting a filter in front of light. You keep adding more and more and the colour just deepens and intensifies. You'll see I've got some great protective gloves on. The last thing you want when you're dealing with this sort of dye is to have open hands, because it will just get on there and it will just stay for days. I mean, some even still got through and I ended up with kind of blue hands for a while. The deep coat, as you can see, has provided most of the colour, and this is just kind of like deepening it and filling in the grain. This is the first time that I've ever tried doing this. I've never finished a guitar before, so right now it's probably looking quite rough, but as we progress further on, I definitely kind of learnt a lot more, and I think it turned out quite well. So there's going to be several more coats to come, but this is just the one with the filler and the dye, so let's see how this progresses. There we are then, so that's my first coat with the filler and the base coat mixed together. It needs a good 24 hours now to dry. I'm just going to leave it and let it kind of cure up, and then we're going to come back, sand it down and add some more layers of base coat. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you soon.